Question 1. PS. If an integer n is selected at random from 1 to 20 inclusive, what is the probability that n times n plus 2 is an even number? Sum of the probabilities. The sum of all the probabilities of the mutually exclusive events is always 1. This can be rewritten as summation of probability of ek from k equals 1 till n is equal to the probability of e1 plus the probability of e2 plus the probability of e3 and so on till probability of en, which is whole equal to 1, where there's a series of mutually exclusive events ek where k equals 1, 2, and 3 till n. We have to find the probability that n times n plus 2 is an even number if an integer n is selected at random from 1 to 20, both inclusive. If n is an even number, then n times n plus 2 is an even integer, since the product of two even integers is an even integer. If n is an odd number, then n times n plus 2 is an odd integer, since the product of two odd integers is an odd integer. Since the two events with even numbers and odd numbers are mutually exclusive events, they don't have any intersection, and the sum of the probabilities of those two events will occur is 1. In addition, since the number of both even numbers and odd numbers between 1 and 20 inclusive are equal, the probabilities that n times n plus 2 is an even number and is an odd number are equal as well. Assume E and F are sets of events in which n times n plus 2 is an even number and an odd number respectively. Also let the probability of E be the probability that event E will occur, and the probability of F be the probability that event F will occur. Then we have probability of E plus probability of F equals 1, and probability of E equals probability of F. Thus, we have probability of E plus probability of F equals probability of E plus probability of E equals 2 times the probability of E equals 1, or the probability of E equals 1/2. Therefore, the probability that n times n plus 2 is even is 1/2. Thus, C is the correct answer. Answer: C.